Well, hey there folks, and welcome back once again to the Hop House. It's Eddie here. It's time for another beer review, but it's time for another versus beer review. So in other words, we're putting beers up against each other and which we think are better, maybe in a specific category, or do we think beers are similar to other beers. We're going for 3-in-1, and we're going for Citra beers. Citra hopped pale ales, session pale ales, IPA, that kind of thing. It's just American Citra hopped beers. We've got 3 are all available in supermarkets. 2, I did have to go to a different supermarket than my local Sainsbury's to find, but I got there in the end. So these are Citra beers we're going to put up against each other. If you've just found us here on YouTube, go on, give us a thumbs up. Go on, you know you want to. Give us a like, share, subscribe to this channel, the Hop House, hoppy beer, good house music. Are you ready to get, set and go? Okay, so 3-in-1, all craft beers, all available in supermarkets. 2 are available in Sainsbury's, 1 in Tesco. Funnily enough, I was going to do this review and I thought I'd done it, but my camera didn't work a few weeks back now. So I had to really search to get these 2 beers from Sainsbury's again. So I've had to do a bit of a detour on the way home from work to get it. But we've done it. We're hey presto, hey ho, we're there. Right, so in tin number 1, these first 2 would have been Virgin Beer reviews had I not done that one that I thought I'd record and I hadn't. So, beer number 1. As I say, this would have been a Virgin Beer review, but it's not. I've had it before. But it is from Salt Beer Factory, one of my favourite Salt Beer Factory, and it is Citra, their NEIPA Jnr. It's coming in at 4.3% ABV, if the camera will pick that up. Hopefully, maybe not, maybe not. 4.3%. Now, if you notice, the last beer we did from Salt was the Hop Mosaic, and we said it was a slightly different can design, slightly different branding. That is the usual branding. So it's all hexagony. It's got a bit of a dent in the can because my cans fell off of a seat on the way home on the bus. But luckily, well, I lost one. But anyway, they're a little bit damaged, but still a full can. It is very cold because I have had it in the freezer. That seems to be my thing now, is to put beers in the freezer for about half an hour, 40 minutes to chill them right down. So there you go, Citra beer number 1. Citra beer number 2 would have also been a Virgin Beer review had I not had it on this that I recorded and didn't record. So this is also from Sainsbury's, from Arbor Brewing. So it's the first beer of theirs on the channel, and it is their Citra Pale Ale C-Bomb. Now, anyone who's familiar with Arbor beers, usually when you buy them from like a craft beer bar or a independent bottle shop or direct from the brewery, they come in a pint-sized can. So they've gone a little bit out of the ordinary here, but they put it into Sainsbury's, and it's a 440ml can. This is 4.7%. It says on the back there. If the camera again will pick it up, it says it there. 4.7%, 440ml can. And beer number 3 is definitely not a Virgin Beer review. I've done this before and I've drank quite a lot of it because it's available in the local Tesco near work, so sometimes I do bring a can or 2 home. It's Buxton Brewery's Citra IPA Lupulus X. It is 5.4%, 440ml can. Now, I absolutely love this when I had it before. I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. What a beer. Right, now, cost-wise, the first 2, so your Salt Citra NEIPA Jnr and your Arbor C-Bomb were both £3 a can in Sainsbury's. Do have a look in your local Sainsbury's because they're not available in all Sainsbury's, but the bigger stores should have them. Some of the bigger stores, craft beer selection's really good in Sainsbury's actually. They've really upped the game. And the Buxton, as we did it earlier in a previous review, that's available at Tesco for £2.40 a can. It's available in a 4-pack for £8, which makes it £2 a can. However, at time of filming, where we are coming towards the end of July, it's £6 for 4 cans of this. Excuse me, so that makes it £1.50 a can. Right, let's get them out into the glass and get the appearance on these Citra hot beers. So the Salt Beer Factory, it's a NEIPA Jnr. So with that in mind, I'm expecting it to be cloudy, hazy, New England style. Okay, so it should be cloudy and hazy. That's what we're expecting. And that is looking like what it's delivering in the can. Look at that. I haven't got the whole can in. I've got smaller glasses. The third glass with the Buxton will fit the whole can in, but I won't, because it's unfair, because then I can tip the rest of the cans in a bit later on in the review and we'll see if there's any bits floating about. However, I wouldn't be able to see much bits in that if I liked anyway. It is a very pale custard colour, custard or pineapple juice. It's a very light custardy, pineapple-y juice, yellowy, light yellowy, white yellowy colour, white head on it. So that is what the NEIPA Jnr, Citra NEIPA Jnr from Salt Beer Factory looks like. Right, let's get out the Arbor C-Bomb into the coracle glass. Ooh, now that caused a heck of a pop on the opening, did that? Heck of a pop. Heck of a pop. This also looks quite cloudy and hazy and of similar colour. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Right, I'll pour a bit more of that in. There we go. Look at that. Looks a bit more orangey in colour, a bit darker orange than that. There is some extra haze on the glass from the coldness of it being in the freezer. Look at that for it swilling around in the glass. Really nice, lovely looking beer. More of a darker custard colour, but still maybe a little resemblant of custard. White head on it again, really quite thick, nice foamy looking white head. Look, just want to dip a flake in it or something. Nice. Right, the Buxton Brewery Lupulus X. We've had this before. I've had it. I got a 4-pack of it one time when I went round to the in-laws, and I've had it as well for the review. So I've had a few cans of it. It's very good. And £6 a can at the minute. You cannot go wrong. Right. Okay, so I poured the head way too much on there, but there you go. Ignore the red tint at the bottom of the glass, as I've said before. It's my missus's gin glass, and it has got a red tint, a red hue at the bottom. We're looking at what it's like here, which is darker orange yet again. Again, it's cloudy, it's hazy, it's got a really thick foamy white head on it, and just look at that jig about in the glass. Oh my word. Shame that the light in here keeps going lighter and darker, so you can't really appreciate it, but trust me, for the lacing fans, that looks superb. So, I have to say, they're all looking really, really good. Can't even get these all in camera, unfortunately. But there you go. I'll hold them up to compare each other. So that is the Salt. Lost its head a little bit. I'll try and jig it around a bit. It's weird, this glass. I've got to drink a bit before I can proper jig it. But that is the Salt Beer Factory up against the Arbor C-Bomb. That's certainly the lighter of the two. That looks a little bit thicker. But then again, it's got a higher ABV. So would you expect it to be thicker with a higher ABV? Probably. Hopefully we can get some more head out of that a little bit later, a bit further down the glass. And then I'll quickly compare the C-Bomb with the Buxton. Not that much difference actually, that's a tad darker, only a tad. Really difficult to pick that up under the watchful eye of me or you. They both look tremendous. All three of them look really good. Right, we're going to get the noses in there. We're going to give them a whiff, see what we can sniff. Starting off with the Citra Salt Beer Factory Citra. Oh, that's quite pithy. Pithy grapefruit. A bit of passion fruit. Some guava. Smells like I'd expect a Citra beer to smell. It doesn't, and bearing in mind this is a NEIPA Jnr, so it's supposed to be New England style. So New England style is usually sweeter, less bitterness, but this smells a bit fruity. There's a little bit of sweetness there, but it's quite pithy. It's quite Oakham Citra-esque, which is interesting for a New England style beer. Right, the Arbor C-Bomb. Now this smells. Actually, the Citra NEIPA from Salt smells sweeter than this. This smells more tart. I'm getting more apricot-y kind of smell out of this. A little bit of grapefruit, but more apricot-y, passion fruity. Again, a bit of guava, but it's certainly more tropical. And finally, the Buxton Citra, the Lupulus X Citra IPA. This is the strongest of the bunch, so I'd expect this maybe to smell a little bit stronger. Smells really nice. It does smell stronger than the Sea Bomb. It just smells like it's got more going on there. You can probably smell a little bit of sweetness from the malt, built in with really tropical, fruity. It smells like a day on the beach in the Caribbean, that does. Orange, like tangerine orange, like a red orange. Again, passion fruit. Bit of mango in that one as well. It is sweeter, but then it's got like a stronger alcohol cocktail-y smell about it as well. I should imagine it's probably got the thickest body because it is the strongest, the highest ABV, the strongest beer. Right, should we put it down to the taste test? We will do because I'm 11 minutes in. So let's bottoms up down the hatch. Right, Citra from Salt Beer, first of all. NEIPA Jnr. Now it looks like a glass of fruit juice because it's lost its head. Looks like a glass of pineapple juice, it really does. Bottoms up down the hatch, cheers. Whoa, that's really quite tart. That's got some bitterness to it, and it's on the back. Whoa. Right, so we can rejig the head a bit. Stand by. There we go. There we go. Rejigging the head. Bit of laser vision. And then I'll quickly run through some flavours. Look at that. Look at the quality of that. I'm hoping the camera's picking it up because as I'm swirling it around, you can literally see where the bottom line of the head is as it turns. You can see the bubbles chasing, like following the head of the glass up all around. And as you can see, sticking to the side of the glass wonderfully. I just had to rejig it a bit to get the head going again. Oh, that's really giving me some more pithy bitterness in the smell. Whoa. Hold that in your mouth for long enough and makes your eyes water. That's proper old school Citra. That is Oakham Citra-esque. That is like really like grapefruit pithy bitterness down the sides of your tongue. Not much down the middle. It's tropical, bitter and tart, but it's not sweet. Excuse me, it is carbonated as well. Excuse me, that was disgusting. But it's not. That is, to say that's a NEIPA Jnr, I would not put that in the New England category. I wouldn't. I would say that's West Coast style all day long, personally, my personal opinion. I don't work in the industry, I don't brew. I just like talking codswallop about beer. Now, I'm going to have some of the Sea Hawk. I drink a lot of that, especially at 4.3%. Ooh, Oakham Citra and all the others that I've had, you might have a challenger for best Citra beer. Right. Again, I'll just swirl this around a bit. Those that like the lacing, bit of lacer vision. Again, I can see it following the head, those bubbles. It's almost like a ripple effect. Really, really, I think it's quite sexual. Bottoms up down the hatch. Definitely less pithy, less bitter. Definitely got that maybe a bit of apricot-y, peachy kind of taste to it, and passion fruit. Certainly more subdued in the finish. There's no bitter aftertaste like the Citra. Well, the Salt Citra, it's not amazingly bitter aftertaste. It just hits you down the middle, but it's pure like whoa, tart sour bitterness. But this pungent bitterness, this isn't. This is more rounded in flavour. It's a lovely, refreshing drink. Flavour wise, yeah, I'm getting a bit of passion fruit, bit of maybe little bits of peach and apricot-y. Certainly sweeter than the salt beer, but it's not overly sweet. But it's got like quite a dry finish, so it gets your taste buds, that salivating of the taste buds, because it's quite dry in the finish. Right, Buxton. Considering this is the strongest, but it's also the cheapest, especially with the offer on that's on at Tesco, go get some 4-pack for £6, £1.50 a can. That makes it cheaper than Aldi 440ml beers. Crazy. Oh, that's got more going on. Oh, and it's still going. Oh. Oh. It's almost like it's kind of gone up in flavours as to more going on. That's got some tartness at the back end as well. It's really staying there, it's hanging around. But the overall flavours on that, again, there's some grapefruit there, there's a bit of mango, a little bit of maybe some other tropical fruits, trying to pick them out, maybe a bit of guava or passion fruit, or not necessarily peach, maybe a bit of mango in the smell and peach, but not necessarily the taste. But it's certainly got more going on about. There's more thicker mouthfeel. Ooh. Ooh. Right. I'm like a kid in a sweet shop right now. This is like my ultimate test. I love this. Right. I'm going to have to go. I'll go back and give them all another taste, and then I'll pour the rest of the can in and see if we get any floaters or sediment. See if the can conditioned. So. Just have a quick sip out of them each. Oh, excuse me, the pineapple, fruit juicy custard looking salt beer. Definitely not a New England style. Oh. It's the bitterest of the bunch. That's quite tarty, but certainly sweeter than the salt. Again, looking at more passion fruit and apricot with that one, or apricot or peach, something along those lines. And then finally the Buxton once again. It's got more going on about it, it really has. And a lovely finish that's not too pithy bitter, but it doesn't dry your mouth out like the Arbor does. Right, pour the rest of the cans into the glass just to see if we do get any sediment. Oh yes, I did see it pour in there. I saw it pour in, whether or not I'll actually now see it or not, because that is such a hazy, thick beer. But I certainly saw glugs of something pour in there. That wasn't bubbles, that was definite sediment. Right. Oh, it makes it smell even pithier. That's definite old school Citra. I would not say that was New England, not in my opinion. It's far too bitter. Right, the Arbor. No visible bits that I could see. Didn't notice it in pouring. Not really been a massive change to the thickness of the beer. Still holding its head quite well. It always does in this glass though. It's a fantastic glass. Coracle Micropub in Ironbridge. in Telford. If you're ever around this area, go check them out. Not only do they do great glassware, but they do some good beer as well. Still very nice. Very, very nice beer. And I know this is can conditioned, so I'm gonna wait to see these bits float on in there. You know what? I didn't actually notice them. I'm sure this is can conditioned. I'm sure I've seen it before. Yeah, I can see them there. I don't think the camera's going to pick that up. Yeah, there's bits floating about in that. I can see it. Definitely saw it. Definitely saw it. Right, one more. Jig, 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 jig. Look at that. Look at the lacing on it. Lacer Vision +1. Oh, it smells even more tropical now. Oh. What a fantastic idea this was. Can't believe I did it the first time and it didn't record. Right. I have to say, all three of these beers get 2 thumbs up without a doubt. They're all fantastic. In their own way, they're all brilliant. If you like your old school, more West Coast, your I can't believe I'm going to say traditional Citra. It's not that old, is it? But if you like your more traditional Citra type stuff, I would say go and try out the Salt Citra. Ignore the NEIPA Jnr bit. It's really not a NEIPA Jnr. Well, the haze part of it, yes. The sweetness, no. It's the bitterest of the bunch. Wow. Wow. Long time since I've had something that spiky, that bitey. The Arbor Bomb, again, £3 a can in Sainsbury's. I've not had this before it came out into Sainsbury's, so I don't know if it used to be in a pint size can like the old Arbor stuff used to be, but again, it's amazing. A little bit sweeter, more well-rounded, a little bit thicker in the mouthfeel because the salt was 4.3, that's 4.7, and then finally this is just unreal. Wow. Buxton Brewery. How they've done that for the price point they've done it at. £2.40 a can. £8 for 4 cans, make it £2 a can. At the minute, £6 for 4 of them, making it £1.50. Bearing in mind some of that god awful stuff we drank from Aldi, 440ml cans of hop foundry crap was £1.59, and you can get that, which is a can conditioned beer, right now for £1.50 a can. I know who my money's on, and it ain't Aldi. Right. Now I've got to pick a winner out of the 3. Excuse me. Oh, I needed that. Third place, you're going to have to be the Arbor. It's not a bad beer. Still get 2 thumbs up. Very well rounded. You're more peachy, apricot-y, stone fruity, with a bit of passion fruit. A little bit sweeter, a bit nicer body. But it's a worthy, close 3rd place finisher. Right. I could be really sit on the fence and pick a joint 1st place, but I'm not gonna. So now this is a thing. Either I give it to Salt because I'm kind of bit fed up of all the New England stuff that's out because it's more pithy and bitter. I give it to salt for that because it is. But the Buxton is so just well-rounded. Yes, it's stronger, but I've gravitated back to that again and again. And you know, the Yorkshireman in me is like, this is cheaper. I just think it's quality. And you know what the funny thing was, right, is the first time I recorded it, I gave it to salt. I did. I gave it to salt for the fact that it's taking me down the original Citra route of pithy bitterness and wah. But I think I'm going to have to give it to Buxton's first place. So the salt Citra comes a very, very close second. Bravo to salt. I would take the NEIPA Jnr off. You can now. Because I don't think it's a New England. Well, the haziness is, but the taste certainly isn't, because it's pithy and bitter rather than sweet. But bravo to Buxton, your cheapest can out of the three, especially at the minute with the offer on. And you've won me over again. Lupulus X, what a brilliant beer. Is this going to be the end of Citra hopped beers? Because they seem to be everywhere. They seem to be in loads of supermarkets. There's even one in Lidl that I reviewed, which was not terrific. But then again, I sort of wasn't that cold. So maybe these beers, in my opinion, need to be cold. Dumb the malt down, let the hop shine, let that wah hit you. So there you go. Trying to see if there's anything else I need to read on the cans quickly before I go. My God, I've been going 26 minutes, 27 minutes. No, they're all sort of Citra hopped. I don't think there's anything else you need to know, really, is there? The American Pale Ale brewed with large quantities of Citra hops. There you go. Seabomb, canned in the UK by Arbor Ales, and they're based in Bristol. Salt Beer Factory, we know, Saltaire in Yorkshire. Used to be called The Hop in Saltaire. It's now called Salt Beer Factory. And that's them, owned by Ossett Brewery, of course. And Buxton Brewery in Buxton in the Peak District, classed as Derbyshire. It's probably near a Staffordshire side, I think. Visit our bars and brewery in the heart of the Peak District National Park. Lupulus X is an experimental single hop program, and they've got loads of other Lupulus X's if you go onto their website, which is buxtonbrewery.co.uk. Thank you very much for watching. Bravo to Buxton. You've kind of changed my mind since the last time I did this. And I do certainly think it's recorded this time. So 2 thumbs up for all of these beers. It was a close run thing, but the Buxton wins. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you again next time for another review and maybe another beer battle right here on the Hop House. Ciao for now, people.